The last few episodes of the greatest 3 p.m. show of all time, we've been talking about the future, right? Moves we can still make in the future, looking at, potential draft options in the future. Well, let's look in the past a little bit. The recent past, we are looking back to discuss the best and the worst moves Darren Mougey has made this offseason, all right? Can't lie. There's a lot of good. I don't know how much bad there is, but we're gonna have a discussion. So pull up a chair, all right? Get up in the comment section because we want to know what you think. We are live. It is Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, jet! Let's go! J-E-T-S, jet! Let's go!
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there,
Nice.
baby.
Boy Green
Meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi, and you already know we are Wudi, rocking everywhere. Right here, my guy. Hey, he's out here. Oh my God, look! Oh, I don't even know what's happening right now. We out here. We got. Oh my God, David Blaine out here. He is a boy who became king. None other than Mr. Paul Esden Jr. in the building. Tell us, how are you doing, my good sir?
See, I was just dissecting the offseason. I was cutting it up like a frog on a lab table in 5th grade, or a sheep's heart, depending on your school of choice, and just sort of diving into the best, the worst, doing a little bit of that action, taking us back. Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Paul's Anatomy. There we go. All right. Just like Grey's Anatomy. All right. We out here.
Sure.
Okay. Pass me that scalpel. All right. We're going to do some dissecting today.
Doctor.
Hey. Yeah. Oh. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a fun off season. And, I will be the first one to say it. There isn't actually a move that I can say I hated. Even
Okay.
yeah. I mean, not one move that Darren Mougey made, I could say I hated. Obviously, I'm not a big fan of Geno Smith, but I also am an objective observer, and I know that he was one of the better options available. Given, all the moves and why they were made, how they were made, the price point at which they were made, this is my disclaimer, is that even the ones that I'm listing as the worst are not moves that I hated. It's just not as good as the other moves. So I just wanted to establish that. Do you feel the same way?
I don't. I don't. There is definitely a move on this that I hate with the intensity of 1,000 Suns.
Wow. Wow, a move, like not like a lack of move, like not signing Nick Folk. Because I could have put that in my, is that one? Oh, okay. If we're doing that, then that's a lack of move.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't aware what the shackles were on us. I'm just interpreting the best and worst moves. Sometimes they say the best move you make is the one you don't. So if you can interpret it that way, I assume you can reverse Uno card that.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if that's the case, then there's definitely moves or non-moves to hate. And I was hating some of the non-moves.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, there's of the people brought in, don't really have any qualms. Again, not a fan of Geno. Understand the landscape of the QB situation. Still, wouldn't give him the keys. We saw Andy Dalton, not an option. Right, Wentz, not an option. My suggestion of Levis, come on now. Let's get this boy in here. Let's get a competition. The Mayo man. Come on now. Mr. Duddy, if you will. Let's get Will Levis in here and see what can happen.
Wudi, sometimes we have a plan and then breaking news comes in and we have to adjust.
Oh.
Here we go. No, it's not Wudi. R&R just said breaking news, unbelievable. Wudi doesn't hate everything. That was the breaking news coming in, the news desk.
That was unnecessary. See, I gotta talk to the production team because when the shoe is on the other foot, I'm unarmed. But you got all these little gadgets and toys at your disposal.
Thank you.
But yeah, I've never hated everything. I did hate most of the off season last year. But that was rightfully so. You guys saw it, how it unfolded. I was trying to tell you guys how it was going to unfold. This one might be a little similar, but at least they're making sound moves. They're making sound moves for the next coach that comes in. There's going to be less to clean up.
So where do you? I don't know what kind of guy you are, Wudi. There's different guys and gals out there in the universe that like to hear the bad news first or the good news first. Some like to sort of bounce back and forth. Here, let me give you the good news, then immediately followed by the bad news. So I don't know where you stand in all of this, but how do you want to unpack? Because we have a top three of sorts.
That's a great question. I think we can do. We can start with the bad.
Okay.
Get that out
just
the way.
Go 3-1 or 1-3.
Yeah.
Okay, 3-1. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then end it with the good.
Okay. Well, you're normally the bad news guy, so do you want to start this first, or
I'm normally the bad? What does that mean? Because I'm a truth teller? That's my god, y'all really can't handle the truth. That's the crazy life we living in.
Okay, Jack.
Okay. Let's to answer Mark's question, I'm rolling with Duke. Duke's, it's pretty solid. That's what's currently in my fridge right now. But I know his contract, I believe, is with Hines. I think
is it
not even Hellman's? Yeah. I think it's Will Levis. But anyway, you got Mayo in the fridge, boy Green?
Mayo is one of the most disgusting things on the planet. If anyone's ever watched one of the cinematic masterpieces, Undercover Brother, they unpack that. Mayo's nasty. I felt that was a pretty solid. All right, we can talk about that off the show. That's a whole other topic in itself. But Undercover. I feel like that great movie.
Because of that, you should be like, damn, let me try it out. But unless you're an undercover brother, then that would make more sense.
If you mess with the fro, you got to go. So just keep that in mind out there in the audience.
Fair enough.
All right, Rudy, let's go to it. Let's get to it. I'm actually going to break the rules. And
number one.
The number one thing that I hated, and Wudi forcibly unpacked it before it had to be unpacked by saying that I broke some sort of unwritten rules here or something.
I literally didn't say those words. I didn't say those words.
It was supposed to be a big reveal, 1, 2, 3, and then are there any moves you hated, Paul? I'm like, oh yeah, there's a move I hated. You're like, what was it? This is that the one? Oh, you did? Oh, that's it. And I'm like, whoa. You're like forcing the unveil. You apparently opened your Christmas presents on Christmas Eve or something, or Thanksgiving, I guess. It's a little weird. Anywho. Of course, it's the Jets letting Nick Folk go. I actually just posted a piece minutes ago, rather. I didn't do it in the middle of the show. Mm-hmm. It was right before the show started. So Nick Folk gets signed by the Atlanta Falcons on the first day of the new legal tampering period on March 9th. 2 days later, the Jets sign. So again, Nick Folk leaves March 9th to the Falcons. 2 days later, the Jets sign Cade York. The natural organic thought process is that the Jets replaced Folk with this Cade York fella. And that's where your mind would go. But upon further review, the devil is in the details. He has a minimum contract, which means that he's not promised anything. He just happens to be the kicker right now. And there's Lenny Krieg, a German kicker on the roster. So we will see. so it's hard to hate on something until we know what the solution is. Nick Folk wasn't signed until a few days into training camp, so that's many months from now. But I just didn't like the thought process. He has led the league in field goal conversion rate 3 years in a row. I know he's 41. It sounds like if the Jets were willing to give him the multi-year deal he was seeking, he would have been lock and key, and we would have brought back the entire special teams unit. They only gave him a 1-year deal, according to Rich Cimini. He gets the legal tampering period, and minutes in, he gets in immediately the deal he's looking for, a 2-year deal with half of it guaranteed. And it's about middle of the road for kickers being paid. I just wish the Jets wouldn't have gotten cute there. General managers in the past have gotten cute by miscalculating markets. Joe Douglas did it once with the artist formerly known as Robbie Anderson, and he said that was one of his biggest regrets. So I don't know if that'll be the case here with Nick Folk, your kicker, but I just hate the process. I hate how it happened. I hate losing him, and hopefully they find a really good solution in a couple of months because the kickers on the roster suck.
I don't think anybody thought that Cade York was the solution. I just want to establish that, like when we got the news, in my group chat, I felt like that was a clear. You don't sound somebody who's been out of the league for years and be like, oh yeah, this is definitely the kicker. Like I feel like.
I mean, it's 1 year. I don't think we can over exaggerate. It's 1 year he was out.
So.
And even really he wasn't out. Like he was on the Saints for a month last year, so he was still like in the league. He just didn't kick.
But nothing to show. Wait, donuts on the board.
So real quick though, you said like, Paul, you may have been thinking that he was the answer. I definitely didn't. None of me or my people in my group chats thought it was.
So yeah. You don't say group chat like that. It's just,
so who did you think was the answer?
I'm saying it's going to be a competition. And you've heard me every episode, I want to say, since that signing, I've been saying the same name that I'm hoping for. I don't have a crystal ball to give you the actual answer, but I know who I'm hoping for can be brought in and win that job. But I knew that there's going to be a competition. I didn't think that, Cade York, all right, lock that in, go get that Cade York jersey. That's not where I was at all.
Yeah, but there's only 2 kickers on the roster. So Cade York, and again, he stinks. And then Lenny Krieg is a mystery. We have no idea. He's a 23-year-old German kicker. I've never seen him before, so I don't know what he can bring. So like they have nothing. So like losing Nick Folk, who was the best, and then having nothing. Again, that's the worst Mougey move so far, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it's again a non-move. If I was considering non-moves, honestly, my entire top 3 would all be non-moves. It would be Nick Folk, okay. AVT, and what was this dude's name? John Simpson.
I told you, Woody. You tell me that you tell me truths. And I just need to listen, and you just tell me truths.
What do you say? No, you said it was going to be one or the other. Did you not say one or the other?
I did say it was going to be one or the other. You said it was going to be
neither. So what are you talking about?
Me both.
What?
Okay. I thought that best case scenario, they were getting one of the 2, AVT or Johnson.
Yes.
You told me there's a world they could have both, and I said no.
Yeah, I was rooting for both. Okay. So are you saying because it happened that they had neither, that all the worlds mean that it's neither? Like there's a world where they could have had one. Is that not true?
There is a world where they could have one,
and there's a world where they could have both. That's what I'm saying. I think there is
no world where they would have had both. John Simpson got $30 million. John Simpson got $30 million. Elijah Tucker got $42 million. In what world were those 2 signing for that on one team?
I mean, I thought they were. First of all, I thought with ABT, I thought he was going to take a discount. I don't even want to talk about him too much because what he's doing over there in New England with Morgan Moses, I don't even want to talk about that too much. But yeah, I thought that there was a world where they could have both been signed. I'm sticking to it.
Okay. All right.
But again, if non-moves were included,
okay,
I definitely, we would have been on the same page with the number 1 non-move.
Okay.
and then I probably again would have had those other 9 moves.
All right. Well, are you ready with your number one?
Yes.
Number 1.
I hate to even say this because I liked the move in real time. I still like the move right now. But the reason why this is the number 1 pick for my worst move is just because it's like it's a gamble. It is like, just call it what it is. It's a gamble. This is somebody who hasn't really been a starter in the league, now getting $12 million per year for the next 3 years to replace someone who is starting, is a key player of our team. That's none other than my guy Joseph Asai, signing with us, defensive end from the Bengals. Again, I like a lot of things about him. I think he's an ascending player. Signing a 3-year deal that's kind of pricey, it just feels very Carl Lawson-y. And I loved Carl Lawson. I loved that signing. Defended him to the end, against all of his critics. The Jets fans are a brutal breed, just cursing out their own players. And I did my best to defend Carl. But this, in a lot of ways, is a near identical situation with actual less production than Carl had. So, again, I actually do like the move overall. But if I had to pick one to be the worst of the bunch, this is my pick based on the price point and the commitment based on his career production so far.
The only challenge flag I want to throw on this, I get it. Carl Lawson, Bengal, Joseph Asai, Bengal, both non-first round picks. They spent their first 4 years of their career with the Bengals and then moving on to new teams. And I can't lie, Carl Lawson had more sack production in his run with the Bengals than Joseph Asai did, which is what you just said statistically. Carl Lawson also got more money. Like, Carl Lawson got a 3-year deal for $45 million. So like he got $15 million per. And Joseph Asai, it was originally reported as $12 million per. The real numbers came out. It's 11.5 per. It sort of sounds like you paid appropriate value. He didn't get as much stats, so he didn't get paid as much as Carl. And so he got paid less. So if it's the same gamble, if you put them in the same category, then basically the deal is the same. You know?
Yeah, but that wouldn't be good. Wouldn't that not be, because the Lawson, in hindsight, the Lawson contract was not, obviously he got hurt, so take that for what you will. But I don't think the Jets got the value they were expecting.
Well, I would go. So there are certain deals, for instance, one of the worst. I'll tell you one of the worst moves that's not on my sheet. And because it wouldn't count because it's not this year anyway, but Justin Fields, okay? So in hindsight, Justin Fields was terrible. The whole signing did not work. Of him being signed originally is what I'm talking about in terms of the worst moves. Him being signed originally did not come in because I say to myself, well, that was the best move I thought they could have made. We disagree on that. But that's the best move last offseason for all the options that were out there. Them making that move, I'm like, makes sense. It didn't work out. Carl Lawson looked like, from all accounts, Lawrence Taylor before his Achilles exploded against the Packers. So, again, this is training camp and preseason nonsense, but that's what he looked like. And we're all like, okay, great. And then his Achilles explodes. So, sure. Boy, the Jets wouldn't pay it knowing that. Okay, I wouldn't either. But, we didn't know that his Achilles was going to explode. Like Aaron Rodgers. Do I say that's one of the worst moves because his Achilles exploded in 2023? Well, no. I didn't know that was going to happen, but that's that's the ticket I buy. Any player at any point could slip down the stairs at their house, and if it happens, that's not going to make me say, terrible move. Look, he fell down the stairs. I just don't correlate those two things.
Well, let me ask you this. You take Asai's last 3 years in the league. If that's his production the next 3 years, is that worth $11.5 million?
That is not, but I would actually not split it 3. I'd split it 2. His first 2 years, he's a backup. His snap percentages are under 50%. His other 2 seasons, he's a starter / key role player. Snaps go up. He immediately has 5 sacks in back-to-back years as a plus starter / role player. He didn't play his first 2 years. He's behind Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard. So I'd compare the 2v2, not the 3. I wouldn't take his second year in the league where he was still mostly a backup. I wouldn't factor that into my projection moving forward. But no, to your point, I would be underwhelmed if the 3v3 versus the contract is what happened.
Yeah, that's really what I'm trying to say, is that it's a projection. Like Carl was a projection. We thought that, based on what we've seen and then training camp, all that we were about to get this. I know obviously the injury played a factor, so I'm not discounting that. But that same concept of we are betting on this person and paying this person accordingly based on them doing something that we have not yet seen, which is not the case for a lot of the other signings. So that's why I put this one here.
Fair enough. I respect it. I don't know how you wanted to do this, so I guess I'll just, instead of asking, I guess I'll just assume. I'll go to number 2 worst.
Number 2.
This is one, and it's funny how the world spins, Wudi, that like my initial reaction to this and your initial reaction to this were what they were. And then seemingly I convinced you out of whatever your initial take was, and now you feel differently. But I go back reviewing all the worst moves, and the one that gives me, because this is subjective, worst moves, it's our opinions. The Jermaine Johnson trade still makes me feel a little icky, because I don't know what T'Vondre Sweat's going to be. We're all in off-season mode. I don't know what either player are going to be for what they are. But last year, I just remember how great I felt about Jermaine Johnson tweeting out at the trade deadline, "I'm not fucking going anywhere." And I'm like, man, this is the guy. He's going to be great. He's a part of the solution, not part of the problem. This is the kind of guy we need to hold people accountable and all these things. And I was so fired up about Jermaine. And I understand why the Jets made the move they did. It just makes me feel icky right now. Like, again, if T'Vondre Sweat sucks, then, whatever Jermaine is makes you feel a certain type of way. Again, I get it. The Jets weren't going to pay him by all accounts, so get something for him while you can versus not. And you get this young player at cheap control, and hopefully T'Vondre is really good for us in part of that nose tackle, defensive tackle room. But, yeah, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So there's a little touchy-feely here on this one. But seeing Jermaine Johnson wreak havoc for Tennessee this year, which I think he will have a lot of success, and seeing him doing tomahawk, slam it down celebrations on sacks for the light blue and red and white now is just a little disgusting.
Can't lie, I'm shocked. I'm shocked to hear this revelation from Boy Green. Obviously I was infuriated when I heard the news. One of the few times I've dropped expletives on my social media presence, because I was that mad. But like you said, knowing that they, I wouldn't really give you the credit. It was really more just the reporting, if they didn't want him, then what can I do? That's, it's kind of like Aaron Rodgers, like, if they're going to just, hate on talented players for whatever reason they hate. And obviously, the 3-4 fit, right? That's another factor. So all those things, I'm at peace with it, would have loved if it was Will instead. Let's get a second.
I think Will's going to eat in this defense.
Oh my God. That's right. I hear that every year. Will's gonna do this, Will's gonna do that. Well, will he stand up and be a man? Who knows? But yeah, this is a solid choice. Sweat, he should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Weight issue, people with weight issues. Let me take that step. Let me step back. Athletes who come with that asterisk, it usually becomes a problem. Like with Mekhi Becton, it became a problem. His knees out here, it can't be holding all that.
Issues. Wow.
No, I do. Did you not hear the part about me stepping back? It was really
Yeah, but I heard the initial part.
Okay.
What a drunk man's words or a sober man's thoughts.
Breathalyze me now. I'm all here. Even though it's March Madness, I thought about it. But anyway, we are talking about Sweat. I mean, hopefully he is good. I agree. I think Jermaine's going to be great in Tennessee. But if Sweat does his job here, then we won't even be worrying about it.
So see, there you go. Beautiful. By the way, I'm getting lit up on text that apparently Siena is up 10 on Duke right now. So people are losing their bleep.
Oh, really? What?
So I guess I'll keep an eye. I should have had the March Madness up behind us while we were doing the show, but I wasn't thinking about it. So I'll keep you posted, or you people will keep you posted on text coming out there. So we'll see what happens.
Wow, that is crazy. That's crazy. I'll hit him with number 2.
Hey, real quick, I just want to answer Boss Girl here because we are a show that interacts with the comments. We do that.
We are.
But Boss Girl, I see her say, BG, a GM can't react out of emotion, but what's best for the team? JJ's a solid stench dude. We get when he gets blown out, he's posting his one good tackle on social media. He did almost nothing all season 2.
Damn.
Yeah, I want to make this clear. And I thought it was, but if it's not, these are me and Wudi's opinions. I don't know if I have to have like a disclaimer at the beginning of the show. And I'm not saying this is just my take on what Darren Mougey has done. You're right. Darren Mougey should not react on emotion, and from everything, he's a robot, and he is unimpacted by human emotion. So it doesn't sound like, oh, okay, Wudi got a little bit of that in there. Okay, very nice. Shout out to Wudi's wife. The fact of the matter is that again, this isn't a thing against Mougey. It's just me. That's what I'm trying to make this on this particular move. Like the Folk thing, I throw all that on Mooch. What the hell are you doing? And this Jermaine one, this is all emotion. This is all me. And it's just how I feel about it. This third one, I won't jump ahead because Woody, you're going to do yours, but we'll see. I think my most hated one is really the only one where I put all the blood on Mougey. This Jermaine one is my feels, and then you'll see when I give my third one out. So I think that's the only one where it's a straight up shot at Mougey was Folk. But let's go to you here.
Number 2.
You can't be worried because I literally said time and time again, I don't hate any move. I like these moves. Last time I said I like the move, and I see all the comments. Damn, Woody head so side, huh? Damn, so I can't even worry about that. So. Again, I know that I don't even know why I'm saying this sentence because I know it's going to be ignored. Another move I liked in real time, but I believe this was the move that prompted my guy Breece Hall to be like, "Hey, we're throwing money around," and I believe that was after the Jets signed Kingsley Enagbare from the Packers to the Jets. I believe that's a $10 million move, and you look at
double check. I've got the numbers here.
Yes.
9.
Okay, right. Not too far off. But Breece is looking at that.
Just being
he tweets them. They throwing money around, and I know everybody jumped on him. Oh, Breece, come on, man, you should. Just blindly cheer everything that everybody does. Hey, I hear that every day. I'm not even on the team. I'm saying that, oh, Woody, why come on now, you should be doing a cartwheel. Did you see this mediocre move they made? So here's my thing about it. Not at all mad about the player. The money does seem a little rich for somebody who can literally be like the fourth option in the room on the team, depending on how the draft goes. We see how the draft. I know, put those fingers out. We seeing. For someone who could be fourth in the room, that's not too far off for what Breece is asking for. I'm imagining, it can't be that much higher. I'm thinking, we're in the ballpark of, 11, 12, 13. I mean, come on now, they're good for it. They're good for it. but they're gonna shell it out for the Ford DN. Again, I like him. Good depth. Seems pricey for his role on the team, and at the expense of paying Brees. Like those two things are why this is so high on the list. Like the way I see it, Osai was a Jermaine replacement, and like Enigbari is like the Clemens replacement. Like we're gonna give $9 million to Clemens while we have to pay Brees and commit to a long-term extension with somebody who is clearly the focal point of the offense. Like I don't think that's a great allocation of funds. And that's not, I don't mean to come at my guy Kingsley like this, but it just seems like with the Brees tweet that it's funds that could have been used elsewhere. So I don't love it.
Okay, so I've got a quick trivia game here. Where do you think Kingsley Enagbare ranks among the highest paid pass rushers in football?
I'll go somewhere in the top. I don't know if I want to say 32 or 40. I'll go with 40.
He is 43rd. He is the 43rd highest paid pass rusher in football. Does that make you change your perspective at all?
No, actually, like because obviously there's like two, there's two starters on every team. So you think about that alone. Now we're talking about 64. So he's in that, despite not being someone who I think is going to be a starter on the team. And again, Brees is like he is like the key of the offense. Like when he scored a touchdown last year, the team won the game. When he didn't, they didn't. And he's been what he's been for the team for a long time now. So no, I actually think it's kind of crazy. Not crazy, but to push back on the point of would I rather give this to Brees or would I rather give this to a depth piece that is top 43, given what I just said about the 64? Like, yeah, come on now, I would give that to Brees 10 times out of 10.
Well, I would say the one follow-up here is it's not like you're paying a backup left guard that won't get on the field. Like pass rushers get on the field. So like even though there are things that we salad dress as starters, but like especially at pass. Again, I haven't seen an Aaron Glenn Jets defense yet coach, so I don't know what the rotation looks like. But like Kingsley's going to get on the field a lot. I don't know what that ends up translating to. 50% of the snaps, I would assume, a chunk of 40 to 50% probably. Like that's still pretty significant. So, but fair. That's your take to have. So that's it. That's your right. Let's go next.
Number 3.
This one hurts me. But we have to call it how we see it, Woody. That's just how this game works. Andre Sisco makes it here in my list. And to be honest, I put this on Andre and the Jets. Why did Andre want to come back? With all due respect, like last year was a disaster on defense. Obviously, he had 0 picks and 1 pass deflection. He only got his hands on 1 ball through the first 8 games of the season. Now, again, he played the first half of the season, full-time starter, played just under 100% of the snaps the entire time. So he was like in the 98% range. And then he tore his pec and was obviously out for the year. So he's not responsible for the other half of the year. But when he was on the field, it wasn't great. The Jets defense in general wasn't great. And the only way, if I jump into Andre Sisco's mind, and I'm Andre Sisco, the only way I stay with the Jets is if they pay me a top dollar. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I love money. All right, I'll stay here, Jets. But that didn't happen. He had like $1.25 million guaranteed. So I just don't understand Andre's motivation to stay here. and quite frankly, the Jets, because again, it also went bad for them. If it went bad for him, it went bad for them too. So like, I figured they'd wash their hands on a couple of these guys. And I love Andre. Again, I can't say it enough. I've said it a million times. I covered him here at Syracuse, so I've got a personal connection to Andre. I just don't understand it. So this one's a question mark. Now, on a bunch of these moves, my question marks can prove to be wrong, right? I say, geez, you let Nick Folk go. And maybe he finds a 25-year-old Austin McNamara but plays kicker. And he's like, boom, presto, I got a kicker for the next 10 years. And I look like an idiot. Totally possible. And probably not the last time that I'll look like an idiot. So that could totally happen and transpire. But again, very confusing. Confusing from Andre's side, confusing from the Jets side. I don't get it. And again, he's not too far removed from a couple years ago having 4 picks in a single season with the Jaguars. So he has it in him. I saw it in college. I saw it in the pros. But it's been a few years since we've seen it. So I don't know what suddenly would inspire that suddenly we're going to see it now.
I mean, if he got the deal that, he got last year, what you alluded to, I would have to put him on this list. But at the price point, value, like, dude is he out here making pennies. Like, yeah, if you want to say from his perspective, like, damn, dude, why would you, take pennies? Maybe, but from Mougey, like, I feel like that's Mougey magic right there. Is let's get him. Like, I feel like this is almost like the opposite of what I was just saying with my guy Kingsley. Like, he got the best value for somebody who, in my opinion, is down the depth chart. Where Kingsley was on the other side. So I would actually, this is closer to my best moves than worst moves, for sure.
All right. Yeah. Well, the one thing I will say to that, and again, we don't agree, which again, if you're on the opposite side, it makes me feel even better about my point. So that's wonderful. But no, on Andre Cisco, the fact of the matter is last year he was signed to be safety 1. Now he's safety 4. And for less money. Like, so from that perspective, let Mougey cook again. So good for him, and we'll see where it goes from here. What do you have? One last one here, Woody? On worst?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Number 3.
That's funny because you went with Cisco. I liked the Cisco move.
Oh, okay.
My number 3 is a safety move, and when I heard the move, I was super hyped. I was like, "Yo, let's go!" But
no.
But and can I just say, I know you guys ignored this sentence every single time I said it. I've said it 6 times, but I'll say it a 7th time so you guys can ignore it for a 7th time.
Come on.
There is no move that I actually hated. There's no move, right? This is just least favorite. But of course, this means that I hate this person, right? I hate Osai. I hate Kingsley. And now I hate this person. And the main reason why this person has found themselves in the 3 position is because of the extension that was given on the back end of the deal. It's just like, damn, we about to be out here, paying old dudes. I don't know what R&R meant talking about. I want 38-year-olds, and I don't even know what nonsense he was saying. But the idea that there were so many free agent safeties, and we, obviously, Minka is a great player. Will he still be great at 32? We don't know. That's a gamble. To pay what are you talking about?
It's not 42. He's 29. What the hell are we talking about? Come on, man.
I'm just saying it's a sizable commitment. Could have gone to younger guys. Like I said, I don't hate the move. I'm happy that he is a Jet, but I gotta put something here. Do I have to put something here? I gotta put something here. And like I said, that's a sizable extension for a descending player.
Okay. Well, again, here's the thing, and I just want to make this as clear as possible, that this is your right, Woody. You can do whatever you want here. That is your right to do. but it is also the right of the audience to respond. Boo, sir.
Look at this production, yo.
Boo.
Look at this production value. Where can I get these sounds that you say?
What was that? I'm sorry, I missed that. Hey, man.
I know you're getting ready to boo again when I speak again. You know, I've played this game before, Boy Green.
No, I just, again, it was a 7th round pick. Who would you rather want? Minkah Fitzpatrick, a multi-time All-Pro, or like Brian Cook, who was another free agent that went out there? Like, Brian Cook is fine. He's talented, but like he doesn't have Minkah's resume. Give me Minkah, man. I take Minkah over. And leadership was a big thing. They wanted to fill this offseason. Does Brian Cook have leadership? I don't know. It's like 25, 26, 27. I don't know what his leadership is. Come on, man.
Okay.
Anywho. So sorry, everybody. But again, I see the comments. That's the people. We're shown by the people. Look at this. Even your boy Danger Zone, of God's sakes, who's had you on the show like a bunch of times. Even he, like Jesus, it's like your mother has just jumped in and just tough. Anywho, you ready for the best?
A lot of use of that button today.
It's actually brand new. It says more sounds, and then you can pick new ones I've never used before. So it's very nice. Actually, I think there's different level of boos if you're interested in hearing the chorus.
Not really. I would have actually passed on the first one too. So
that you would have. All right. Anywho, you ready for the best moves? Do you want to start this one off? I started the last one.
Sure.
Okay. 3, 2, or 1.
3.
Number 3.
Another safety. So we might have actually covered the whole room,
great.
or at least in terms of moves. Yeah, in terms of moves, I think we got them covered. Give me a number 3, Dane Belton. You know, we keep talking about value. This is a guy who, for the Giants, plays some good football. This dude is a great tackler, and now he is a New York Jet. He don't have to move, right? He don't have to go far. He's out here still playing at the same home stadium for just a measly $4 million. $4 million. And he, like I said, run defense has been a problem. Tackling has been a problem. They're doing drills. Nothing's working. All these drills that AG be doing, we still have the same problem. Remember when he had the boxing glove, right? He was trying to, get people to stop fumbling. They kept fumbling. But anyway,
sure.
This is somebody who is a surefire tackler. Again, this is an ascending player, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And you got him. I know it's just 1 year, but at the cheap, deal that they got him, who knows? We might be talking about him this time next year.
Little Dane Belton action. All right. I see you. He had the lowest missed tackle rate in the NFL last season. So, sure tackler. Like that. You don't know what else I like? Shout out to Uncle Wendy. Uncle Wendy is a big contributor to Take Flight Talk and the Boy Green YouTube channel. Says, BG, my grandson is laying down with me watching it. He says, that's Paul and Woody. Jets. Quote, really made my day. It makes my day, Indy. So thanks for supporting the show. I love when I hear people's reactions as they're watching the show and their kids overhear it if they're driving somewhere or what have you. So it's very humbling. So thank you very much. I love people that tune into the show. Me and Woody both love doing this. I love yelling at Woody. Woody loves being yelled at. It's a great relationship. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, let's hit it.
Number 3.
Number 3 on my list is Nahshon Wright. The Jets adding him corner. Since we're covering the entire secondary, I feel like it's only makes sense. This is a guy that led the league in total takeaways. He had 5 picks. He had 2 forced fumbles. He had 3 fumble recoveries. He had more takeaways, than the entire Jets defense for one, but He led the entire National Football League in takeaways. The Jets got him at a 1-year deal with a maximum value of $5.5 million. Darren Mougey cooked here. And we'll see if the Jets do any more homework in the draft at corner. We'll see, because you have Brandon Stevens, you've got Jarvis Brownlee Jr., you got Azaria Thomas, you've got Nahshon Wright, you got Quantez Stiggers, who I like a lot. That's 5 deep. That could make obviously could make the roster, and will. A lot of them will. And if you draft another one, I imagine you draft one semi-high. I've seen it very popular that the Jets have used in some of these recent mock drafts. Top 44 pick on corner. Obviously, that person's making it. So now you're 6 deep. Like, poof. Okay, we'll see. A lot of competition to come at that corner room. But Nahshon Wright, I've talked about it a bunch, so I won't overdo it here. And I know sometimes people are listening to the show for the first time, so you won't get to hear the full flavor. But just if you just YouTube it, Boy Green, Nahshon Wright, you'll see it. It'll come up. But he has an incredible story. He hit like lightning last year, obviously, with some of the takeaway numbers I just gave you. He was a Pro Bowler last year, and the Jets get him for a bag of beans. They didn't even have to pay the upcharge that is normally associated with someone coming off a career year like this. And great. That's exactly what the Jets defense needed. I love it. Let's see. He and Azaria Thomas are going to battle it out for one of those starting jobs opposite of Brandon Stevens, and we'll see who wins. But 6'4", the size, the takeaway ability, the money. Wow, this is one of Darren Mougey's best moves.
Literally zero argument to make. I actually had a tie at 3 between Belton and Wright, and you looked at me with such disdain on Tuesday when I had a tie. So I said, you know what? Since it's at the end of my list, let me just choose one, and I chose Belton. But Wright, for pretty much every reason that you said, sounds like the right choice to throw in this list. Would love to see, because a lot of people got a lot of things to say in the comments about both of our lists, by the way, Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at the comments, I know you out here trying to throw the heat, but they boo you. They boo you. I can't play the button. I can't play no button. They didn't give me the controls, but they boo you.
Hey, what the hell? Come on, man.
But I would love to hear your picks for the 3 worst moves that Darren Mougey made this season, so that you can then get accused of hating those 3 people like we have been accused with ours.
Yeah, let's get one more nugget in here just before we move on. The Price is Right, bitch. There we go. Nice. Let's work that in. So, Nahshon Wright, welcome to the squad, bro. Welcome to the squad.
Number 2.
This is one, if you heard what I was saying about my worst 3,
sure,
when we include non-moves, right? I included 2 guys that play the same position. Boy Green says I'm ridiculous. But the reason why I, was so sad about losing our guards, is because we keep thinking that the O-line is all set. It's good. We got it. That's all, but it definitely wasn't when they both left. There was definitely a hole that needed to be filled. And just off that principle alone, this guy gets my number 2 spot. That is none other than Dylan Parham from the Raiders. Parham.
Yes.
Parham.
Yes.
Okay. If that's what he's saying, I don't know, because that's, we've been calling somebody ETN for a long time now. It's HN out, but the words or the letters. All right, I won't go into it further. I'll just have to talk to him one day. But my guy Dill. This is the good thing about this, and we said some names earlier, right? Like you had said, Joel Bitonio. I said his teammate Wyatt Teller. Those are some older guys. This pick is somebody whose best football could be in front of them. So I really like this pick. A starting quality guard who has played good football before, who can still be an ascending product in this league. I think this was a great way to address something that I thought was a huge problem, and therefore he has ended up with the silver medal, 2nd place on the James Wudi list.
Well, I certainly love that. And, fat guys need love too. So thank you for doing that, Woody. Very nice. Very nice. Let's hit it with a nice pair
Number
of,
2.
let's go a little double D action here, James Woody.
Hey, yo.
DeMario Davis. Double D. DeMario Davis. This is a guy, if we go back to the top 5 calls, is that, did Morgan have DeMario Davis? Oh, I did. Yeah. Yep. He made the top 5 calls. And again, a lot of hate, I remember. A lot of boos, I remember. Well, he's 37, Paul. Why would he come here? Well, the Jets suck. Oh, well, interesting. Yet, he did sign here, didn't he? I guess that boy Green guy sure knows what he's talking about. Probably deserves a damn raise, for God's sakes. I don't know who I'm supposed to file that to. But DeMario Davis, I love that move. I just shared the clip, and a lot of people are buzzing about it on social media about DeMario, getting to talk about his former teammates that are now legends. He was walking down the hallway, said, Darrelle Revis, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, Nick Mangold, God rest his soul. And he's bringing up like all these Bart Scott, all these cats that he played with. But like now they're like in the hallways of like, look at these icons. He's like, holy crap. When I was a young guppy coming to the league, I was looking up to these fellas. And now look at where they are and me back for a third stint. So there's a splash of nostalgia, which again, I'm a Jets fan. I love nostalgia, of course. But it's beyond that. He's coming off a career high in tackles at the age of 37. So he's still getting it done. Again, I said it before he signed, and I reiterate it. He's one of the best leaders in football. He is a vocal leader. He guides the pregame speeches. He has, as some other former Jets players are talking about, Bible study. He's a man of faith. He's a man of God, and he loves sharing that message. And he's just inspirational. He keeps his body in phenomenal shape. He's available. So look at his career of games missed. He's always there. So being always there spiritually, physically, mentally, I said Nation Wright was what the doctor ordered from a turnover perspective. That's what's needed. But this Jets team, since CJ Mosley left, lacked a heartbeat, a soul, something, a glue that put it all together. And I think that's exactly what DeMario does. So, yeah, one of my favorite signings, obviously one of the best moves, number 2 on my list. I love DeMario Davis.
Double D.
There you go.
Just if you could, can you throw Boss Girl's comment up there? Because she very rarely agrees with a James Wudi point. I would say probably 1 for every 100 points I make gets Boss Girl's approval. But there it is. There it is. You've seen it. This is the 1 out of the 100 right here. If he was as good with bums around him, just imagine his improvement with the infrastructure we already got in place. Couldn't agree more. So thank you for that. And let's hit him with my number 1, the gold medalist on the James Wudi list.
Number 1.
Yeah.
I want to talk about a guy that we haven't talked about yet. Give me DeMario Davis, linebacker, the signing. That is my choice for the best signing of the year. There wasn't really, I hadn't really seen too much from Jets content creators, talking about him, right? Everybody was on Anzalone, who low key got a cheaper deal. I don't know, what he was, his agent is the exact opposite of Kirk Cousins' agent or Daniel Jones' agent. So I don't know, who was negotiating on his behalf. Maybe he was negotiating his own deal himself. I don't know. They was talking about him. But DeMario, fantastic leader, still hasn't on the field. This is somebody who on the field and off the field is making a huge impact. So I really don't know how a move can surpass this. I guess I'm about to find out.
You sure are, buddy.
As someone. Oh my god. Bro, I might have to get off this show right now.
Come on.
No, don't hit me with this garbage. You
don't even know, so don't even try.
No, I do know.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. We'll see what happens.
But You know, DeMario's like the better homecoming, right? Okay.
So you
Say
finished?
whatever
You
nonsense
ready?
you have. Say whatever. It's all nonsense. It is nonsense.
Number
It
one.
is third team in 3 years. Just remember that.
What'd you say?
No, I said third team in 3 years. Let's get it. Maybe the
Okay.
third time's a charm.
Number one, it has to be a quarterback.
It
Obviously.
doesn't have to be.
It just sort of in the rule. And the best move that Darren Mougey made this offseason. Wudi, do you want to spoil it? Go ahead.
Eugene.
No, it's not. It's
Oh,
trading
oh!
away Justin Fields.
Look at you. Look at you. Look.
Look at hit him with
Throw
it.
that round of applause. I know you got a round of applause button.
I sure do. Thank you for bringing it up, Woody. Hit it, people. Woody, see, you think you know me. You think you know what I'm. You think you can read me like a billboard. It's like a billboard in Vermont. They don't exist, Woody. They don't exist. Yeah, I got on my 5th grade planner on page 44. Told me, hey, did you know there's no billboards in Vermont? Well, now you know, Woody, because you thought you knew, but you didn't know diddly. It's a different number 7 jersey that should be hanging up over here. The 7 that Darren Mougey got anything for Justin Fields. You tried to tell us, Woody, Justin Fields is a bunch of booty cheeks. Clap, clap.
Hey, yo.
Fields last year. He stinks. He's terrible. He's awful. And despite you saying it and then it happening, he had 4 games last season of 60 passing yards or fewer. And yet Darren Mougey folded his ass in a box, boop, 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 whoop, to Kansas City, slapped the sender, whoop, and sent it to Arrowhead. And in exchange, a 6th round draft choice in 2027, the better draft people say, and he saved $3 million. He saved more money by trading him than he would have saved by cutting him. In a person that was clear as day he was getting cut. Where's the scissors, Woody? Where's my prop man? Where they at, though? When you played some rock, paper, scissors, Woody's there. Pow, 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 pow. But yet, as Woody was about to cut, I had to jump in real quick. Went, whoop. Put that down, Woody. Because they ain't cut. It's a trade, baby. Mm-hmm. There you go, Kansas City. Have him. You're welcome. God bless. I hear Justin Fields going on video. Chiefs Kingdom. Woohoo! Let's go, Chiefs Kingdom. Oh, woo! Yeah, Darren Mougey. He made, speaking of Eugene, speaking of Cyril, okay, speaking of that young man, it's now a wash. What we saved on Justin Fields, we're paying for Geno Smith. We gave up a pick swap for Geno Smith. We got a straight up 6th rounder. We actually got better for Fields than we had to give up for Eugene, for old Eugenio at his local Italian pizzeria joint. So that's the number 1 move. That's the best in the business. Darren Gashdarn Mougey. Build a statue for the man. What a deal. How did that? Not only is it number 1 on my list, but it doesn't even make your top 3. It doesn't even make it on the list. The heck? And then you didn't even think that you knew what it was. You're like, boy, give me some Geno action. Not even the best family reunion. Oh. There you go, pal.
No, that was, I can't lie, that was an electric 2 minutes. Give yourself another round of applause for Mr. Paul Eston Jr. There it is. There it is. You know, I was really looking at the X's and O's. You know, not as much the money aspect, but when you put everything together like that, you know, that's a very, very, very compelling argument. You know, obviously the trade was fantastic. I've been singing Mougey's praises from the get-go. So, you know, bro, give him the lifetime deal. It's the head coach that we don't agree on. But that man, the GM, that man in the mirror, he don't gotta change his ways. He out here doing his thing, and we'll see. We'll see if AG can keep up. But yeah, that's a fantastic move. I look at my 3/4 because Nahshon Wright's name is written on my sheet.
Sure.
I'm still super happy with the choices because, again, I think, week in and week out, these guys are going to make a huge impact, all 4 of them. But, getting rid of, like you said, putting the scissors down to be able to find something. That is the magic of Darren Mougey, Chef Mougey, the magician, whatever you want to call him. He is the man, the myth, the legend.
By the way, apparently, if we were to believe Adam Schefter, multiple teams were interested, and then they let Justin Fields pick where he wanted to go. That there was multiple. It was a multiple choice question. Justin Fields opened his SAT. Whoa, multiple choice. I get to pick where I go. Unbelievable. So if we were to believe Shefty, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Here you go. Here's some love.
Hey, yes, a rare show. But DNY for last. Come on, that's our guy. That's our guy.
Hey.
Wow.
BG and Wudi. Nice. Some good love out there.
Yes.
Now, I do want to answer one pressing question here, Wudi, with a prediction, if I may.
Oh, yes. I was looking at that question myself.
Oh, well, give that the old discount double check, baby. By the way, 15 raffle tickets for DNY for Life. So appreciate you, Devin, and all your contributions here this month. You're in second place in our contest, which very much appreciate. So just wanted to update that on the bingo card real quick. But I see Boss Girl, and I actually wrote about this at a column this week. Where are you, Boss Girl? Oh, there you are, baby. Here we go. She says, so do you guys think Fields will be willing to do Wildcat packages in KC, or will he complain about soft tissue injuries? #quitter, #business decisions. And I'll tell you this, Woody. I wrote this in a piece that, it harkens me back to Mekhi Becton, right? Tweets out infamously, I'm a left tackle. I am a left tackle. Oh, I see. Oh, left tackle. Okay, got it. You're not playing any other position. Got it. His ass leaves. He hits the highway on old Route 77, and then he finds Philadelphia, and they go, hey, Tubby, guess what? You're only playing guard, or you can get the fuck out. And he went, I'll play that. I'll try this guard thing. And he not only makes the team, he wins the guard job, and he wins a friggin' Super Bowl playing guard. And then he gets a bag from the Chargers. Now he's cut. He's on the unemployment line. But if he chose to retire tomorrow, what a friggin' career. First round pick, bag of money, Super Bowl championship. He can live off that forever. And now I think about Justin Fields here with your question, Boss Girl. And I'm like, the Jets have a history of people going, nah, fuck that with the Jets. And then, all right, I'll think about it with his next team. Think about this, right? I think Justin Fields, quite frankly, is going to start for the first handful of games this season. Mahomes is rehabbing from knee surgery. I very much expect Fields to play some. I don't know, is it 2 games, a month, 1 game? I don't know. But I think it's going to be a period of time. I don't think Mahomes will be ready. Maybe this will come back to bite me because Mahomes is like, you put these athletes in these special categories of Mahomes, Kobe, Brady, and they act at a different rehab schedule than the rest of the planet, maybe. So maybe he shuts me up and there's no Justin Fields. But Andy Reid is an offensive genius. You don't think he could cook something up if Justin Fields was willing? And you don't think he'd be willing for a multi-time Super Bowl champion franchise and they're going to get him to cook? And then to me, when I see that inevitably happen, that's just going to be the most fucking annoying thing of all time. That he says here, oh, I'm not so sure. I'm a little hesitant about the whole cold turkey thing off the bench. And we're paying him millions of dollars. And we're like, come on, man. So, yes, I fully anticipate that he will be more open to it, willing, whatever you want to call it. I fully predict that he will start a couple of games. And then when Patrick Mahomes takes over, he's taking his job back. And then they're going to have Justin Fields Wildcat packages. Now, it's probably pretty crazy. Any package that takes Patrick Mahomes off the field and puts Justin Fields on it. I don't know how often I'd be using that package, but I believe the Chiefs will be, and I believe Justin Fields will be more willing, which will be the most annoying thing of all time, Woody.
I definitely would be saying that. I mean, that's what he was doing in Pittsburgh when Russell was Steelers country, let's ride. He was still finding ways to get on the field with that Wildcat. I think a lot of things, it's clear a lot of things went wrong here. It was a dumpster fire here. Somebody brought up the fact, Woody's comments, like, why would he, be inspired after Woody's comments, all that type of stuff. I think he is going to be willing, ready and able. Our guy Mark Sacchetti said something like along the lines of, do you think Andy Reid can rejuvenate Justin Fields? I'm willing to bet money that he will look way better on the Chiefs than with us. Like I'm willing to bet any amount of money on that. Again, you guys this time last year thought we was getting some sort of steal, some sort of bargain, some sort of something with Justin Fields that I was telling you was not possible. But you are going to see that version that had you guys thinking like, oh my God, he might be 4-2 with the Chiefs, and you guys are going to be thinking that same thing. So I definitely would say that. And he definitely, when Mahomes is healthy, would be willing to do the Wildcat, the hashtag business decisions.
Yeah, so I could see it. So good question, Boss Girl. Again, I wrote about that earlier this week, and I fully anticipate that happening. Now, here's the other thing I'm going to put out into the universe, Woody. Let's get another prediction out here before we wrap up the show. And my prediction is that because Justin Fields is going to be starting the first couple games of the season, the Jets, if you look at the 2026 schedule, they travel to play Kansas City. And I believe that week one's probably too aggressive. They're going to probably put the Chiefs in a sexier time slot, but maybe it happens. I believe the first two games of the season in some form or fashion will be at Tennessee, at Kansas City. We have the revenge game against Saleh and company, Tanzel Smart, Jermaine Johnson, Aaron Whitecotton, all those Tennessee Jets, Tony Adams, all those John Franklin Myers, there's a million of them. All of those guys are going to be like week one. That's what the Jets do. And then week two, at Kansas City, Justin Fields starts against his old team. I'm 100% protected. The schedule doesn't come out until middle of May. By the way, Woody, I didn't tell you this, but I just got a call from the Jets again saying everything is still on track for our group Woody, Boy Green, tailgate package extravaganza. So, again, more details to come. Schedule doesn't come out to the middle of May. But that's my prediction right now. The first two games of the season, Jets start on the road, two games, which, again, that happened in 2024. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets opened at San Francisco week one. At week two was against the Tennessee Titans. Unfortunately, that's where Jermaine Johnson blew out his Achilles. But they started off on the road for those first two games of the season. I think they start off on the road. Two games again, Woody. We get at Chiefs, at Titans. Thoughts?
You mean the Tavondre Sweat revenge game?
Oh, hey now. Okay. All right.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I completely ripped that off of Scarlett's comment. Yeah, I mean the Titans. Yeah, that's that should be a good game. I don't know how much respect we're gonna get from the schedule makers. Being one of the biggest dumpster fires in the NFL. Not projected to be a good team, but that for week one they usually do have a storyline. So I would definitely say Titans. As for the Chiefs, I don't know if that's on either of their radars to try to make something with that.
That'd be good for the Jets. Now, again, losing potentially to Justin Fields in a Chiefs uniform would be incredibly embarrassing. But from a Jets perspective, if anyone in the world could pick, do you want to play against Justin Fields or Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, I'll take Fields, thanks. Yeah. So we'll see if we are blessed. And again, it may not matter. Maybe Mahomes is just going to be ready for week one and he's a freakazoid. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But want to throw that prediction out there, folks. Just remember who said it. This guy, who, by the way, got several applauses from Woody for today's show. So, a little bit of that action.
What's that? What's that Duke score, yo? I'm actually getting text, but
Let
I'm.
me hear it up. Let me hit it with a discount double checker. Let me see. Okay. Well, the last text I got is they were up 11 at the half. So let me see.
They're up.
They're
Wait, who's up?
Yeah, Sienna's up 11 at the half.
Oh
It's still
my
halftime.
God, that's crazy.
Sienna. We about to get another 16-1. It's happened twice in history. UMBC upset Virginia, and Purdue went down a couple of years ago. So this would be the third time it's ever happened.
Wow. Dano. You know, I knew Dane Belton was my favorite Dane.
Yeah. Oh, wow. There you go. So beautiful. By the way, let's give me
the booze.
Give me the
boo. I feel you know who's also getting booed right now is my favorite current professional wrestler, Randy Orton. After Cody Rhodes.
Randy 09's back, baby. Woohoo! The legend killer.
Give me one more boo. Give me one more boo.
Oh, wait. Oh, there
it is.
He's back. Hit him with it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about. He's actually the next episode of SmackDown is about 20 minutes from my house, actually.
You going?
I'm thinking about it.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah. I feel like the second Orton attacked Cody, like all the tickets just immediately raised in price. I probably should have,
speak live there this week. Yeah.
Yeah, but all good. Yes, we'll see. Maybe I'll be there. Maybe I won't. But
I can't believe you had the championship belt at the ready. That was that's impressive. You just had that. You're like, hey, by the way, let me see those boots. The championship, like your person beside you's like, here, Mr. Wudi, your championship belt. Give me that, you fool. Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
Yes, sir. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, you gotta always be ready.
That's for damn sure. Well, Wudi, super fun show. Terrific. I will be back tomorrow morning for Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show available every single morning at 7:30 a.m. And we'll give some Take Flight Talk plugs here in just a moment. And shout out to the Grammars. Okay, is that what they're called? I'm not sure. The latest lingo for the IG people in the audience. I've been trying to give some more love to my Facebook people recently on Boy Green Meets Wudi, so I've been trying to give some love to those folks. And by the way, I just want to throw this out in the universe. We are 5 subscribers away from 85 friggin' 100. So we are on the goal line, baby, and spectacular. So very excited for all the growth, and thank you, everybody that supported. But come on, Woodster. Come on, James. You know, the production team, you say, I don't know if they got my back. Well, they sure do. TFT. Boom. Hit him with it.
Yeah, hit me. Come on now. You know, Boy Green, he rubbed it in my face talking about 8,500. Can I get 500? Can a brother get 500? I'm at like 236 right now. And we talking Jets. We talking New York Jets. Reacting to news live as it comes in. You know, your boys out here with the shorts, but it's not just me on the channel. If you hate my guts, like some of you do, it's not just me. Hey, we still here. We still here. All right, the champ is still here, and it's not just me. I do have tag team partners. You've already met one of them. His name is Paul Esden Jr., and we got the best show. And we also got Abby. She's been covering the Jets for over a decade. And, of course, the young blood, the young kid, the current college student, none other than Mr. Michael K. By the way, college running back, he's seeing the X's and O's like nobody else can. And together, we are all champions. We're going to hold up the belts. Damn, that was actually a positive thing. But we're going to, hold up the belts until, one day the Jets can hold up the Lombardi, but, hopefully we'll be alive for that.
There you go. Beautiful. So, again, show your support. Again, this show, for those who don't know, again, we are live on 5 different platforms. So you could be watching the show in a lot of different ways. Wherever you are, me and Woody can say it together that we are definitely appreciative of that. But, again, YouTube is a place where you guys can subscribe and then go back to your normal place. So let's say you watch on Instagram or you watch on Twitter. Subscribe to the channels at Take Flight Talk. at BoyGreen25 on YouTube, because that's the way it supports and helps us make money. And then if you're on Twitter, Instagram, or any of these other places, that's fine. You can keep watching over there, but that is a way to do it. Let's finish up. We got a super chat coming in here from
Easy.
There you go, Easy. Which again, let's give Easy. Yeah. There you go. Sure. And super chat.
Wow.
Wudi, I would assume, where are you at with the first 4 draft picks? That's number 2, number 16, number 33, and number 44. Where are you at, Wudi, ahead of the draft?
Yeah, this is obviously a great question. This is a question on everybody's mind. For me, number 2, I'm locked into any of the 3 top, edge rushing options on the board. In terms of picking one of them, I will, and this is not a phrase that I think I've said since week 8 of last year, but I will trust AG. That was really hard to say. In picking one of those 3 people, and of course I'm talking.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Definitely built for feces. That is correct, because that's what his first. What was the flight like? Yeah, I feel like it's seen. Never mind. But you think about that sentence. Where the flight ended up. Anyway, greatest. All right. Anyway, so number 2. So that I'm going with either Vel Reese, David Bailey, or Ruben Bain Jr. All right, Gotham City Bane. I got that nickname already. I'm ready to ask people down the street, oh, you think darkness is your ally? Yeah, I'm out here. I'm ready for it. But any of those 3. 16, based on how free agency has gone, I know, Easy, you had said that you was looking at our guy from Penn State, the guard. I don't even know if he's going to be there, because I've been seeing, a lot of people are really high on him. But if he is there, we have our guy Dylan Parham, whatever he's, how he's going off. I'm married to the idea of a receiver there, because we don't have our Dylan. What's the word? Equivalent. That's the word. The Dylan equivalent in the wide receiver room. we can still Garrett and the boys. So I would really lean toward, Mekhi Lemon, Jordan Tyson, Carnell, whichever one is there at 16. And then 33 and 44, I feel like you got a little bit more leeway. My guy, what's his name? Leo Chenal, linebacker. That's, somebody who I definitely got my eye on. Those safeties I got my eye on, but now with all the safeties signed, I don't know if that's a position that they're looking at, but definitely Emmanuel McNeil Warren was somebody I was looking at. AJ Halsey, somebody I was looking at. So we're gonna see, but I would definitely lock in edge rusher at 2, receiver at 16, and then you have a little bit more leeway at 33 and 44. Linebacker, I would really want a linebacker out of one of those 2. And then that 4th one is up for grabs. And if anyone says Ty Simpson, you can see me at Whole Foods. I'll be ready to scrap.
The Simpsons. We'll see what happens. So Easy, thank you. A very poignant super chat. Appreciate that. Very, very nice. And thank you for setting that. That's a very important question. Wudi, we've got a lot of shows coming up. We'll have our double dip of Ryan Roberts action coming up here in the very near future. One of our best shows of the year. No doubt. He knows ball. He studies tape. He's terrific. So I can't wait for that. And many more shows to come. Our mock drafts. We'll drop those when we get closer to the draft too. So a lot of fun stuff is coming, Woody.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely nothing better than talking to Ryan Roberts, picking his brain, getting ideas of what's going on. As a matter of fact, after the Ryan Roberts conversation, maybe I will have a favorite of those 3 names, because right now it's just I'm gonna trust. I can't say it again. I already said it the one time. I can't say it again. I'll have to throw up. But, I have the 3 names. Maybe after talking to Mr. Roberts, I will actually have a favorite of those 3 guys. He is the man. He is the myth. He is a legend. He is a walking Wikipedia, encyclopedia, whatever you want to talk about. Any Pedialyte. Who knows? He got it all. He is the man. And, just want to always say I appreciate the guys and gals who watch the show on YouTube, Instagram. I was getting roasted on Instagram too. Call me Jack out here roasting me. 29 is not old. I literally never said 29. I said 32. But, each their own. But definitely appreciate you guys, and we will be back.
We sure will. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Enjoy March Madness, and screw Duke. So we'll see if that happens. Yeah, we'll see if that tracks. Thanks everybody. God bless. Peace.